Hello folks and welcome to your Tuesday, October 26th WYDOT weather briefing. I'm day weather meteorologist Mark Huer. Well, we've got some areas of mainly light rain and snow into early tonight across sections of Wyoming. Also going to be looking at still some breezy to strong winds. Very strong and gusty winds then for Wednesday across sections of the state. We will have, it looks like, an extreme blowover risk in some areas for light and high profile vehicles. We'll talk more about that. Trending very nice in Thursday into Friday across the state and region. Then we're going to start to see changes towards much colder and possibly snowy conditions for sections of Wyoming and the region as we get into Saturday and Halloween Sunday, with that trend possibly continuing into much of next week. First, though, let's look at what we have going on across the region. We've got Wyoming right here within this disorganized and elongated trough of low pressure. Also have a cold front that's moving across the inner Rocky Mountain West and high plains, Pacific frontal system. Not very much cold air really associated with this weather system, so the snowfall across Wyoming, mainly across higher elevations. And the current radar here this afternoon as of about 3 p.m. showing some light to moderate rain shower activity moving up from the south-southwest into southeastern Wyoming, portions of western Nebraska, a little bit of snow across the higher elevations of I-80. Still some pretty decent snow around the South Pass area, Beaver Rim out towards Jeffrey City and sections of 2026 in Wyoming 789. South Pass will likely see some black ice tonight, possibly sections as well of 789 and 2026 here in west central Wyoming. Might see a little black ice, higher elevations of I-80 between Laramie and Rawlins and also Cheyenne to Laramie. Mountain passes across the state, Snowy Range, Battle Mountain, US 14, Powder River Pass, then Teton and Toady passes all could see some slick roads and black ice tonight, but minimal new snowfall. Now for tonight, here's the specifics across the state. Out in the west, trace to 1 inch of some new snow, and a lot of that could come late tonight as the next little wave of some moisture on a northwest flow arrives. Black ice, like I mentioned, will be possible across higher elevation roadways. Valley roads generally just wet. We also will still see some travel concerns here in extreme southwestern Wyoming, mainly south of I-80 and along the 191 area. Then it's the eastern half to third of the state. A little bit of some light snow and snow shower activity tonight. Could see a trace to 1 inch up through about midnight across higher elevations with trace amounts, lower elevations. Black ice, like I mentioned, portions of I-80 higher elevation roads across eastern Wyoming, maybe in the Black Hills as well. And it's going to be along and east, this little blue dashed area in the eastern plains that might pick up a trace to 1 inch of snow up through about midnight tonight from a little bit of light to moderate snow within the scattered rain and snow showers elsewhere here around eastern and southeastern Wyoming. Yellow shaded area, still looking at some strong and gusty winds into tonight. Nothing out of hand, but they will be a cold west to northwest wind, 15 to 30, with gusts 35 to 45 miles an hour. Blowing snow in around the snow shower activity might be an issue here in far southeastern Wyoming for a period tonight. All in all, not any big impacts overnight tonight with remaining areas mostly dry with those brisk northwest winds, and it will be a chilly night. For tomorrow, well, a lot of wind across the state. Yellow shaded areas all highlighting some strong and gusty winds. And it's going to be basically from about the mid to late morning hours on Wednesday through 4 to 5 p.m. that feature the strongest winds here in the Cowboy State. And it'll be the wind-prone areas, I-25 from about Glendo south into northern Colorado and I-80, the summit on eastward that could see some gusts of 55 to 65 miles an hour. There, as well as I-80 between Laramie and Rawlins, possibly sections of 287, might see blowover risk from mid to late Wednesday morning through the late afternoon hours for light, high-profile vehicles. Otherwise, a lot of west and northwest winds, 20 to 30 miles an hour, some gusts of 35 to 45. Likewise, here in extreme northern and northeastern Wyoming, Then on the eastern side of the Wind Rivers and the west side of the Bighorn Basin, wind-prone locations seeing some gusts of 55 to 65 miles an hour. And we do have a chilly northwest flow across the state tomorrow. That will allow for some scattered mountain snow showers. Might pick up a trace to an inch on some of the mountain passes and continue to have a few slick and icy spots. So where do we head in the weather pattern after Wednesday? Well, we're going to see a nice ridge of high pressure building across the Rockies and Plains. Our current storm turns into a nice low pressure system in the Tennessee River Valley. We've got Wyoming right here, and this is for Thursday. And as we get into Thursday and Friday, high pressure across the Great Basin going to make for warmer and drier weather conditions. Very nice weather conditions, very good travel conditions around Wyoming. Thursday into Friday and possibly much of Saturday. But we do have a little weather system up here and a lot of cold air that's going to start to shift southward as we get into Saturday and Sunday. We're going to shift weather models and show a jet stream map here. We've got Wyoming, and then we've got a big ridge of high pressure building over British Columbia. Powerful northern branch of the jet stream streaming well north into Canada, and that's going to grab some cold air as we get into the weekend and shove it down along and east of the Rockies, and this is going to bring our next weather change as we get into early to midday Saturday across the northern half of Wyoming. Then over the course of Sunday, cold Canadian to even some Arctic air going to push south along and east of the Rockies. At the same time, little Pacific moisture and energy will try to move in from the west, and we could be looking at some cold and also possibly snowy weather conditions across sections of Wyoming as we get into late Saturday, Halloween Sunday, and early next week. We're a long ways out, but that's going to be our next shift in the weather pattern and our next time for some travel impacts after today and tonight. And these are temperatures on Sunday across Wyoming. Midday temps possibly only in the mid to upper 30s with some 20s and lower 30s across northern sections of the state. It does promise to be a cold Halloween evening for our trick-or-treaters. We also could possibly see some snow developing across sections of the Wyoming, bringing in our next round of travel impacts. Thanks for watching today, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.